Wanafunzi katika sherehe hii ya muhimu. Distinguished participants, leaders present, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Hamjambo. For the past 12 days, ordinary display of talent, imagination, and creativity, an inspiring celebration of culture that reflects the very soul, spirit, and limitless potential of our nation at its best, of our cultural vibrancy. From the rich oral narratives shared by our ancestors to the performances we see today on our stages and across our screens, stories have defined who we are. They have carried our values from one generation to the next, preserved our heritage, and bound us together as a people, strengthening the fabric of our society. Today, a new generation is carrying this tradition forward by embracing both creativity and technology to protect our cultural vitality and project it to the world. But even more critically, across the world, the creative industry, including drama, music, and film, is taking on a new and far more powerful meaning. It is no longer just space for artistic expression or entertainment. It has become a formidable source of income and economic activity. With the rapid advancement of digital technologies, including artificial intelligence, every individual with access to a phone and the internet has the world at their stage. From wherever they are, they can create, share their work globally, build influence, and earn a living from their creativity. That is the reality in which we operate today. Creativity is no longer just a hobby, as it may have been in the past. It's now one of the fastest growing sectors of the global economy. By some estimates, the creative economy is today valued at over US $250 billion, with projections that it could exceed 65 trillion Kenya shillings by 2030. Across the world, more than 200 million creators are producing content, with platforms such as YouTube hosting tens of millions. Millions of others, including many here in Kenya, are actively using platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, not only to create and share content, but also to earn a living from their creativity. This is a tremendous opportunity that young people must be prepared to seize. It is not enough to simply recognize it. We must equip ourselves and step forward with confidence, as I have seen in young people like Talasha here, and ambition to fully realize its potential. As government, we have recognized that they are integral to holistic development, equipping Kenya's youth with the skills, creativity, and confidence needed to thrive in the opportunities and challenges of the 21st century. I agree with our commitment to the competence-based education and training systems. We are equipping learners with critical problem solving, the power and the influence and the business aspects and the world's best artists here in Nairobi on 11th and 12th next year. In fact, the company that has been assigned to... Thank you very much, gentlemen. Welcome to Nairobi. And we are looking forward to a wonderful concert. Countries in our continent, including France. Today, we are taking the Drama and Film Festival into the digital era. Summer Play is not just another online platform. It is where talent meets opportunity, where creativity is not only showcased, but also monetized. It will market the incredible work emerging from this festival and connect schools and the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development directly to the creative economy. This year, we piloted at the national level, and the results have been very encouraging. Next year, we will roll it out to the regional levels and thereafter to the grassroots. Beyond this, the same model will be extended, ensuring that every talent has a platform to grow. To ensure that those in the creative economy earn their rightful returns, we have also taken a major step by migrating the collection and distribution of music royalties onto e-Citizen. This is a bold and transformative reform. For too long, royalty collection has lacked transparency, and that is a statement of fact. In one instance, for example, a collective management organization collected 109 million Kenya shillings on behalf of artists. The cartels, the middlemen, the brokers, and everybody in between took the rest. That is not only acting that, making sure platform. So it's open to everybody. And it is all the stakeholders. And it is my position that the rightful owners of royalties are the artists, not the people collecting, not all the other people. They should just actually take time, spend many hours to make sure that they perform well. Today also, we have put in place a transparent and accountable system to end this exploitation. We are proud to have corrected this imbalance in favor of our artists. Their hard work will no longer be taken advantage of by other people. I'm also pleased to announce that the public service soon we will be bringing in your talent and expertise into government service to help drive this vision forward. We will be looking out for artists, people with the expertise, people with the knowledge, people who are in the mix of things, to work on the side of government to make sure that the creative industry receives correct, adequate government attention. Fund to support creatives, expand access to financing, and create institutions to professionalize the industry. It will also enable government to invest in large-scale productions because telling our own stories at scale is no longer optional. It is an imperative and a necessity. Next month, I will join our creators as they walk the red carpet at the Kalasha Awards, an occasion that celebrates the very best of Kenyan film and storytelling. I'm looking forward to that occasion. I can't wait.
At ZTech University.
decision to introduce at the Kalasha Awards a dedicated category for student films, particularly those emerging from festivals such as this, so that our young storytellers can be seen. You know, do you remember Riziki here with the gari? Mnakumbuka hapa Riziki? Yes. So that we can celebrate younger artists like Riziki and others, and also inspire them to even aim higher. Equally, Kalasha Awards should extend this recognition to our digital content creators who are shaping the future of storytelling in our country. Our young creatives deserve recognition at every stage, including the biggest stages we have. Distinguished participants, the government recognizes that storytelling is today the most powerful form of communication. That is why I have directed the Ministry of ICT through the Government Advertising Agency to work more closely with content creators. To reinforce this effort, I have told the Chair and Executive Committee of this festival to collaborate with my office in exploring ways to attract more government-themed sponsorship so that these platforms can be better supported and more effectively utilized to communicate with Kenyans. While traditional advertising remains relevant, we must adapt and communicate in ways that are authentic, relatable creatives. This year, I expect measurable progress. I've directed that monthly reports be submitted. If we are willing to invest heavily in advertising, then we must do so on platforms that shape minds and culture. We must channel resources into drama and music festivals, and even into branding spaces within our school systems where young people learn, engage, and influence one another. I agree with the chair of this great event that there is need for greater predictability in funding this major event. I am informed that from the grassroots, the people who have participated in the initials, all the way at the grassroots, around 4 million young people have been involved. And at the national event, the one that is culminating today, about 20,000. That is big. And because we have now finally agreed on the 3 pathways under the competence-based education, this is no longer a co-curricular activity. This has to be mainstreamed into government budgeting. I know we have friends and partners who have worked with us, who have supported this event all along, and I want to, on behalf of the children of Kenya and government of Kenya, to appreciate the partners that have supported this festival. But I want now to transition that this now becomes a budgetary item in the Ministry of Education to make sure that there is predictable funding, and to make sure that this, having been mainstreamed into the competence-based education as a learning pathway, that the adequate resources be funded and be found and be included in the budgeting process. Gifted young scripters, performers, and storytellers. However, there has been growing tension on how to integrate independent creatives into the system. You remember those people called Mamluki? the people who are good creatives, but they are not necessarily in the school system because either they are products of what we see here today, but they are neither teachers or in the school system. I want to ask that these good people should not be excluded. Rather, they
download the Star Times On app to stream live on the move.
The Teacher Service Commission, and sometimes they have operated in very unclear spaces. While this raises legitimate concerns about standards and student welfare, it is equally true that they have significantly enriched this festival in many ways. These creatives, in many ways, the very product of this festival. They have elevated performances, sharpened scripts, and transformed this platform into a vital seasonal source of employment for many young talents. It would be inconsistent for this festival to invest in training, nurturing, and developing this talent only to leave it without a clear pathway for growth and inclusion. Therefore, though the challenge before us is not whether to include them, but how to do so responsibly, we must strike a balance that protects students, upholds standards, and creates pathways for employment and growth. I therefore call upon KICD, the Kenya Cultural Center, the Festival Executive Committees, and relevant ministries to develop clear guidelines for vetting, accrediting, and engaging these talents. Let us build a system that is both safe and enabling, one that recognizes talent, nurtures it, and gives it legitimate space to operate and to contribute to our collective success. So, hawa mamluki mtawatafuta, lakini muwapange vizuri so that we can also include their contribution, bring on board their expertise and talent, but in a way that is organized and in a way that is predictable and that maintains standards and also keeps our students and children safe. I know that this is a very robust space in music and art and drama and film, and that is how it should be. Looking at the scripts here, watching what we have seen, the performances here, they are in many ways world class. Certainly, they are better than Afro cinema. Certainly. And I think we can take this to the next level. We are a world-beating sports nation in terms of many sports. I believe that we have the capacity also to be a world-beating artistic nation. I think we have that capacity. And therefore, our men and women, children, performers in that space, with the proper architecture we are putting in place, will go places. As I have said, We continue to harmonize this space. I'm very proud of the steps that we have taken. I am equally proud of the clarity that we have brought. I know 3 years ago we had a good measure of confusion. Parents weren't sure, teachers weren't clear, students were in a space that was not predictable. And I want to thank all the stakeholders, including the Presidential Working Party, that worked on this curriculum so that we can bring clarity to the competence-based, what was then competence-based curriculum. And we have worked on it, worked with all the stakeholders. I must thank parents and teachers and all the other stakeholders that came through so that we can, with clarity, implement an education system that doesn't create failures out of our children, but gives every child a chance and recognizes the different talents and the different capabilities of our children. Today, our children in STEM have a great opportunity, and we continue to improve on that space. I've just created a State Department for Science, Innovation, Technology to continue to build the capacity of our children in that space, in the sciences.
Sell to millions of people online with Shopify's social media and marketplace integration. You can sell your products.
We have now a clear pathway for our children in arts and sports. Again, that will receive government support. We are building infrastructure to support the sports and science space. We are building stadia. We are building theaters. We've just concluded a program with Kenya Railways and a big company that we signed here last week that is going to have a big performance stage right here in Nairobi as we do it across the country. So the clarity with which our education system now has on sciences, on languages and business, and now on arts and sports gives a fair chance to every. The last 3 years for us to invest in our education, because any resources we put in the education of our children is not a cost to us. It is an investment that we are making, because that is where the future of our country is, and we are investing in the single most important resource we have as a country, our human capital. As has been said here, I did make a commitment that we are going to recognize teachers, trainers in this space, both in music and in the whole art space, including drama, and give them the necessary recognition and promote them. As has been said here, we have promoted 450 at one instance, another 400, I think now 800 and something just in this space, but promoted close to 100,000 teachers in the last 3 years to give recognition to our teachers, apart from employing more teachers. We have employed close to 100,000 teachers now. By the end of this year, we will employ another 20,000 teachers. We have also built 23,000 classrooms, and we have worked with the vice chancellors here. I have had many meetings with them on making sure that we have a funding model for our universities and our TVETs that is based on merit and based on need. And that has changed completely the funding to our universities, and the challenges that we had, serious challenges that we had in our universities, are now slowly. We are finding solutions for them. And that is why I want to tell all stakeholders in this space, including our religious leaders, that what we have done in the last 3 years in the education sector, from hiring additional teachers, building additional classrooms, developing a funding model that is responsive, merit-based, and needs-based, is something that we should celebrate and build on, even as we seek for greater improvement in this space. And I have made a commitment to our children and to parents that we will continue to invest in this space, because education, as we all know, is the equalizer that makes all our children, irrespective of their background, financial, religious, societal, the same. Our children become the same. Let me also confirm to this audience, I know our children are on break from school. As we did last year, we made sure that money meant for capitation arrives in school before our children arrive in school. We did it in January. The Minister for Education is here. He already has 23 billion shillings with him to transmit to all our schools by next week, so that a week ahead of time, the money will be in school before our children report back for second term. That is how committed, that's how serious, and that's how we're going to do it going into the future. I know in the past, our kids went to school and waited for capitation for weeks and months, but we are changing that because we want to make it easy for our teachers to make sure that they have the resources to teach our children. And we will continue to work together in this space. I am very, very proud of my good friend, this small girl, Talasha there, when I told her that I am looking forward to enjoy a play, I did really enjoy the play. Ilikuwa ni gari ya nini? Ya kucheza, sio? Hiyo gari ambayo shule ya Diligent Wheels School. I want to say congratulations, Diligent Wheels Schools. You did a wonderful job. I mean, sitting there, I saw the thread, you know, that you have built into that play, from a broken car, you know, to the power of agreement and the power of unity that not only fixes the broken car, but also brings people together, brings new ideas, and even makes a better car than the one that was broken. I think that script could not have spoken to us as Kenyans as powerfully as any statement could or any speech could. That indeed it is possible for us to transition from what the script taught us. Let's forget about the finger pointing. You know, this one was trying to blame the other. I don't know who caused it. And Riziki was right there in the middle. You know, some young man was being blamed, another group was being blamed. And, you know, the culture of blame game, you know, trying to finger point, blame others, but transitioning that in a very powerful way into problem solving, into a solution. That it is possible for us, instead of finger pointing, instead of blaming each other, it is possible working together, the power of agreement and unity, that we can forge and fix not just what is broken, but we can do it even better and come up with a better outcome. It was spot on. It was spot on. And not to forget, it's called First Bet. Yes, your script was great, about the dangers our kids face with drug abuse and the people who sometimes are responsible, and how the web, not only as wale Waswahili walisema, mtego wa panya wapata wale na wale wengine pia, si ndio? So it got the everybody, including the director and his children and wife and everybody. So I think that's a very powerful message that those involved in that space must know that the danger they are putting our children and our entire society to. So sitting here, I think very powerful speeches, very powerful messages, if I may say, have come through the scripts and the skits and the performances that we have witnessed here. Let me say this finally. Your contribution strengthens Kenya and Kenya's creative industry. It also inspires our young, or we make it shorter so that it doesn't take too long. But and I look forward to another occasion like this. But my very best wishes, mukirudi nyumbani, na watuma na salamu nyingi sana to your parents, to your teachers, to your schools, to every part of Kenya that you come from. Our very best wishes. God bless you and be safe. Asanteni sana.
Tumpongeze Rais.
Be safe. Asanteni sana.
Tumpongeze Rais. Asante sana. Let us take our seats briefly. Your Excellency Kalia, Director ECS, Professor Ongondo, CEO KICD, and the CS Education to flank His Excellency as we launch this summer play. And as we
So many choices. Sometimes it's nice not having to make any. Get Mac.
The left of His Excellency to just have this summer play. Just press enter. Press enter. Another round of applause with that launch. Another round of applause with that launch. Faith, kindly explain to us very briefly what this is.
Your Excellency, sir, Summer Play is a digital platform that will capture, distribute, and monetize the creative content we have seen, nationwide reach and creativity. Students, the schools, the money we generate, the revenue generated from this content, Your Excellency, sir, will be channeled to the Ministry of Education through KICD. Then it will go back to the schools to help support the students who have this talent, sir. So we launched this today so that students and schools benefit directly from the creative arts. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you. Your Excellency, will request that we may now take our seats briefly and we progress. And His Excellency is interacting with the platform, which is already live and on air. One more round of applause. Thank you very much. We can clear this kindly. So would like to now transition to the award ceremony. So let's take our seats. We have 17 awards that are going to be presented. And with your permission and utmost respect, Your Excellency, allow me to invite Her Excellency, the First Lady, to do the first 5 awards before we progress. Why don't we put our hands together as she is coming forward? And we'll do the awards in the following manner. We have a sponsor who has sponsored the trophy. We have the CEO who's going to be representing that particular organization and the awardees of the award. So the first one is KCB, And the award is Best Item on KCB. Best Item on KCB. Why don't we put our hands together as we have the MD, Anastasia, or maybe a representative. KCB, who's representing KCB? Professor Baraza. Just presented to Her Excellency, while we have the winner, which is Emusire Senior School. Makofi for Emusire Senior School, who are going to be receiving that KCB trophy right there. So yes, you can just pose for the photo. Another round of applause for them. Thank you very much. And you can take the trophy with you. The next trophy is the HELB trophy. And Geoffrey Monari is going to be representing HELB. And the award is Best Item on HELB, St. Augustine Mlolongo. Makofi kwa St. Augustine Mlolongo, who will receive that. St. Augustine Mlolongo. The next will be EACC. So let's have EACC represented by Abdi Muhammad. Best item on EACC, and that is EACC. Laser Hill Senior School. Makofi ya Laser Hill. Let's have KUCCPS, Dr. Agnes Wahome. And this is won by Takaba Girls Senior School. Takaba Girls Senior School. And what they're winning is Best Item on KUCCPS. Makofi kwao tafadhali. The next award is CA, I believe that's Communications Authority. And what they're winning is Best Item on Child Online Protection. And the winning school is Westlands Junior School. Makofi ya Westlands Junior School. Best Item on Child. Wonderful. The next trophy is sponsored by Kasneb. We'll have Hamida representing Kasneb. And the winning school is MKU Thika. MKU Thika, and what they win is Best Item in University category. Best Item in University category. Tuwapigie makofi. The next trophy is KRA. And what they're going to be winning is Best Item on Itishari City Corporate University. And let's also have a student or two from Corporate University to be making their way for the next one. Not for photo. Thank you. We may exit. The next one is KICD. And Professor C. Ongondo is the one who's going to represent the organization. And the winning school for Best Item on CBE is Arab Moi Junior School. Arab Moi Junior School. Mwalimu tupande stage na pia wanafunzi wawili waje kutoka Ministry of Education. So the next one is Ministry of Education, DG Elias Abdi, who will present the trophy to Her Excellency to present it to the winning signing game preschool, which is Overcoming Faith Western. Tuwapigie makofi tafadhali, mwalimu wa Overcoming Faith. All right, let's have there we have two students. Tuwapige makofi pia. Looking wonderful. For this last trophy that will be presented by Her Excellency, then we'll respectfully request that His Excellency join us to present. Just take the photo. Let's just have the photo taken. We have the students and they are the winners for today. Makofi kwao tafadhali. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They can exit. Thank you, Your Excellency. Let's give a round of applause for Her Excellency, Mama Rachel Ruto, for assisting us with that. And we'll now respectfully request His Excellency, the President, to come and award the remaining awards. All right. Makofi ya Rais akija. And we may take our seats. Let's have Equity. The next trophy is sponsored by Equity. Overall winning institution, Kenya National Drama and Film Festival Institution 2026, Arab Moi Junior School. All right. Then the next is PSC, Public Service Commission. Francis Major, if you're in, please present the trophy to His Excellency. Winning Region Primary School. Winning Region Primary School. Nairobi Region are the winners. And if we can have students, please let's have students to also participate in receiving the trophy. Then we have PSC again, have given another trophy, Winning Region Junior School. The first one was Winning Primary School. This is Winning Region Junior School. Western Region are the winners. Western Region. The next award also from PSC is Winning Region Senior School. Winning Region Senior School, and that has been won by Central Region. Makofi kwa Central Region.
Introducing ClickUp Super Agents, the world's first AI agents that natively collaborate.
By PSC, Public Service Commission, Winning Region Teachers College. And the winners are Western Region. Makofi kwa Western Region. Hiyo ni Central, alafu where are we now? We have two more. So this is the next is also by PSC, Winning Region Technical Institute. And this has been won by Rift Valley Region. Makofi kwa Rift Valley. And the last one is going to be Winning Region Universities. Governor to kindly come on stage. Let's have PS, if you can come on this side, please. And CS. PS. Waziri. Then on the other side, we have Governor Dennis Itumbi sitting next to Governor. Then the Executive Secretary, Janet Langat. Then we shall quickly roll in the schools in the order that I will call. And we'll just use the stage. Starting with Friends.
Are you out of data? Muthui Solutions Hub brings you amazing data deals, tunukiwa, minutes and SMS deals purchased with or without Okoa Jahazi. To get these deals, pay exact amount to till number 6964518. For more enquiries, reach our 24/7 support at 0719 289